Hey everyone, Forever2 here, and I just got back into Honkai Star Rail for something that I just notified that the new chapter was already out, but unfortunately I want to explore a little bit more. I decided to go back to... where was I? The map... what was it again? Navigation. Decided to go back into Beyond Time and Eternal Page, or the Exotale, which is basically the location where... Cyrene created her home here, and as you can see, it makes a little infantile sign. That is Amphoreus in itself. So we are in pretty much what she was at when we ended the Amphoreus story. And of course my OBS is acting up again, so I'm not too sure if it's gonna do much here and there. Yeah, it's just acting up for no reason. It's every time I play the game. So, I'm going to explore the quest here, and I think it's called As I Have Written. We're basically in her garden that she made from memories here. So, we're going to explore. Definitely going to explore a bit. Right. So... what the? Celios? Day 39. That's Celios? Well, you got little Ika and Solobus and Ludibus. Welcome to the Twilight Courtyard. How can I help you? Like this. Smiles, laughter. A warm smile is most important lately, Celiosi. Welcome to the courtyard. How can I help you? What are my options? I don't think the Day Thunder Knights can help me. It's only been a few days since we last saw each other. How'd you get so tiny? I'm gonna be... Oh, it's you! The child of humanity who ascended to the skies alongside Hyacinthia. It is a pleasure to meet you again. I mean, the last time I met her, she was the one that nearly burned us and nearly electrocuted us as a big damn bird. I thought that boss fight was hell of a hard. But then again, the soundtrack was pretty nice. I have now returned to my original, pure state. I am no longer a warrior goddess wielding a spear, nor the all-seeing Theos Cynthios. I am but an ordinary young girl. Even so, Lady Osi's way of speaking proved quite persistent. Actually, I think Celiosi's current state has a certain beauty in its contrast. I feel the same, just like during that action hour, when a sun shower fell on that bright afternoon. Dude, I don't know how to make this sound. I cannot do Ika sound. Ah, shh, little Ika, you shouldn't say things like that. No need to hide it. I can understand the winged beast's words. Despite her appearance as a child, her age far exceeds that of ordinary people. The Pegasus is right. I knew he was a Pegasus. Despite my age, my mind may not be as mature as Hyacinthia's. I joined the Twilight Courtyard precisely because I wanted to become a physician and study ways to connect with the hearts of the children of humanity. It's wonderful that Celiosi has such thoughts and aspirations. However, it is no easy feat to become a doctor. You'll need to master an entire manual's worth of knowledge and learn to handle all sorts of situations. For example, what should we do if we encounter patients causing trouble in the courtyard? By the way, if you're seeing something on top of the screen, that is literally going to be like, we're just trying to get this through before the maintenance is up because, yeah, and I just realized today is the exact date apparently, and I'm not sure when the maintenance is going to be up, so I might as well just hurry up and just go. Yeah. Causing trouble, meld with their hearts. Understand their needs, patiently guide those with genuine difficulties, and politely turn away those who make unreasonable demands. You were going to say melt, didn't you? You're not much of a doctor, but know a thing or two about throwing punches. Don't be ridiculous. I did not misspeak. I had to point that out. Lady Celiosi is very talented. With time, she'll definitely become an excellent physician. Alright. Can I speak with you?
Laughter echoes in the wind.
Lady
I
Celiosi's
love this healed world.
Yeah. Lady Celiosi's arrival has revealed a whole new possibility to me. Perhaps I can help people become their own doctors to heal themselves. But if that happens, there would be a lesser need for the Twilight Courtyard. I mean, what will become the Twilight Courtyard? They say there's a proverb from beyond the sky goes, may all people be free from illness, even it means medicines gather dust on the shelves. Perhaps this is the mindset that all of healers should possess. I want to be the happiest unemployed person ever. Let the Twilight Courtyard return to normal and become everyone's afternoon tea salon. We'll be pushing Celiosi too hard. It will be quite difficult at first. Lady Celiosi lacks experience in dealing with patients, finding it hard to understand ordinary people's emotions, and is unable to express her own feelings appropriately. But she possesses the most essential quality of a healer, a pure and innocent heart. So, is there anything you want me to remember? Oh! Right, these golden apples, these fruit of time. So I'm gonna have to freaking obtain by solving each nymph prophecy puzzle for each garden maker. Redeemable at an eternal page for unique keepsakes. So I'm gonna have to find these puzzles, and I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get those things. Nymph prophecy puzzle for each garden maker. Okay. So I'm gonna have to go to all locations where all the garden makers are supposed to be. So basically, we're at a Amphoreus that is healed, that is just pretty much in harmony. Pretty much without war. Everything is just healed here. What it looks like, I think. What is this? A long list of names. A long list of going once entered or heard of Amphoreus. They are not merely data from the countless simulations of Scepter Delta Me 13. Drawn from a simulated world of Amphoreus, because of your arrival, they changed their fates, lived as the real, and remain as memories etched in your mind. Oh god. That's a lot of names. That is a lot of names. That is a lot of names. That's a hell of a lot of names. That is too many names for me to remember all of it. Like, across countless worlds in the galaxy yet to come, your existence shall cause them to be remembered. A long list of names is an appropriate word for notes here. So, hey, can I speak with you? Terrafox. Oh my god. If we return to the most basic instinct of life, all it takes to fill the earth's belly is rich and flavorful sweet red soil. All living things in Amphoreus have found their place now, and I can finally put down my burdens and enjoy my meal in peace. Even the Drama King likes red soil too. As his body stepped onto the pristine new land, a sudden urge of hunger washed over me. Perhaps, but just as Fagusa can't resist their ambrosia, I've always had a natural fondness for what's born from the furnace of earth. Hot, crispy, and delicious. You should use your teeth and thoroughly enjoy this feeling with me. Nom, nom, nom. So, wanna chat about the lands beyond the sky? As depicted in the memories of the Vale of Evernight, you have traversed many worlds beyond the sky. Tell me, what is the earth there like? A land covered in ice and snow, a land that floats in the sky, a land made of memory bubbles. You told Terrafox about the frozen lands of Eurilla 6, and how the people of Belobog have been fighting against the eternal freeze and blizzards for 1,000 years. It seems that in any world, living beings have their own way of dealing with the earth. While it may not be outright rebellion, they keep moving forward through friction. Alright, let's saw this. You tell Terrafox about the Cian Show Lofu drifting in the Sea of Stars, where an ancient ambrosial arbor stands, and whose inhabitants have experienced both the blessings and suffering brought by the abundance. Ancient trees. In that case, could this be a form of earth governed by Circes? If I ever get the chance, I'd love it to see it with my own eyes. I just hope my body won't seek the earth there. Alright, let's try one more. Can we tell them about Panaconi? So you tell Terravox about Penacony, land of the dreams, including moments both inside and outside the dream, and a flight back to Earth. Someone who deviated from their comrades' path, yet ultimately found the chance to walk down a third path. Fascinating. I have gained a deeper understanding of the Trailblaze yet again. Yeah, thanks for keeping watch. Thank you for protecting all my wishes, too. Yeah. Alright, so like I said, I have yet to obtain those apples. So I'm going to have to figure out these
How
puzzles.
about exchanging this for some honey brew?
Honestly... Ooh, what the hell is AO the Performer? Despis. Alright, let's talk with you guys. Okay. Let's just talk with someone that is actually memorable here. Plus, I'm not sure when the... Actually, you know what? It might be... maintenance is getting a little closer, right? So let's speak with Saidra for a bit. What a peaceful garden this is. No swords, no flames. Are the laws of this new world really so merciful? Very well, I shall permit its existence. Rather than hymns and statues, the laughter and chatter of subjects are the highest praise of for a ruler. Look, Dux Gladiorum and the others are having quite a delightful conversation. And you are still a shorty. Aren't you going to chat with them? Maybe they're waiting for you to join them. No need. Rulers should stay silent in places where their subjects hold private conversations. I've borrowed their lives, so it's only fair to let them take a nice long vacation. You know what? I wasn't born with golden blood. Like a king's authority, I seized it with these hands. I've used every means at my disposal and earned the name of a tyrant. That was because to root out injustice, that was the only path forward. But it's possible. I hope people won't have to struggle to climb mountains just to live the life they want. I hear there are a few stars out there beyond the sky that are gentle enough for that. Now, this long-cherished wish has largely come true. The reborn Amphoreus will surely embrace laws with more warmth and humanity. Aw, you're making me feel more all emotional. Can you spend the rest of your life chasing the flame with me? Do I want to say that? You're making me feel emotional. Ha! I hear the insolence in your words, but it's fine. After all, I am what people call a tyrant. Indeed, a monologue needs an audience, not a strategist plotting for me, not a pawn at my disposal, nor some deliverer. Simply a friend who's willing to listen. Thank you, Dux Primarius. Primarius. So she just dubbed me a prime. Whatever that.
Gentle laws.
Alright.
I shall permit their existence.
So, about a peerage of my peerage title. After careful consideration, I think the title Dux Primarius suits you best. I've pondered this title for quite a while. You're both the deliverer and the protagonist of this story. Killing two birds with one stone is not fitting. In recognition of your contributions, I hereby grant you the Imperator's grace. From this day on forward, all restaurants, hotels, and baths in Amphoreus shall provide their services to you free of charge. If only that were true in both things. I hereby grant you permission to carry this title across the stars. This privilege holds equal authority on all other planets. If only that were true. If anyone asks, tell them that it was borrowed by the Imperator of Amphoreus. And if they want proof, let them come and seek an audience with me themselves. Any plans? Moving forward, I plan to take a long vacation and pick up those hobbies I had to put aside during the conquests. I once dreamed of being a chess master. Well, look at you, you're wearing a chess piece on your head. Your move, your ultimate, or whatever, is literally a chess game. Traveling the world, and making friends through the game. But alas, Amphoreus can't go a day without its ruler. So that idea has been shoved away. If possible, I'd love to play a game with chess masters from beyond the sky. We already know one. That would be incredibly fascinating. I mean, the stars shall sing of the Imperator's conquest. Of course, after all, I'm here to conquer the sea's stars. Now, actually, you know what? I got about 5 minutes until the maintenance is here. I'm not sure when that'll happen. So I'm going to be taking a break for a bit before the maintenance is here. So I'll see you in a bit. La, la. Okay, so I just got back here, and it seems the seniors did change a bit, but I think I don't know what I'm thinking here. So let me take a look at this. Let's look at this. Hey, Castris, have you ever tried putting your hair up in a bun or braiding your bangs? Putting my hair up in a bun? I haven't tried that before. Your hair is so pretty. I imagine it'll fit you perfectly. I bet it does. Back in Andonia, I always saw you sitting aside to watch the children groom each other's hair after evening prayers. I'd always wondered, would you like to give it a try too? Oh, my dear sister also loves to doll up. She's someone who takes pride in her appearance and decorates her hair with fresh flowers every day. Little Publicize. I don't do it every day. So this is who you really are, Castris. I wish I could change my hairstyle too. That is also fucking true. Come to think of it, ever since I became Idonia's Maiden of War, I'd been styling my own hair most of the time. After all, it's not easy to trouble others to help you with that. Lady Aglaia has helped groom me up a few times before, but I wouldn't want my trivial wishes to put her in harm's way. But now everything's different. Actually, I could have also helped you back then. Please stop joking about how you were already dead back then. The curse has been dispelled. Now you can freely fulfill your wish without a worry in the world. No matter how small that wish may be, this is exactly how I wanted to see you. We can style your hair differently every day. I learned quite a few ways at the Idonia temple. Huh, you stumble through your prayers, but when it comes to these trivial details, you've got a photographic memory. Let me ammunette. As punishment, you'll have to braid your sister Castris' hair. Yay! Thank you all. Let's start with the braids. I'll do the left side. Well then, I'll take the right side. What am I supposed to do then? I'll cheer you guys on. I'm sorry you had to see this. It's cute. Let's listen in. Looking at them reminds me of my sisters who were also taken in by the temple. At this point, the prayers that hail death in Idonia have become nothing but absurd delusions. But I still believe that all things must come to an end. That end might be death, or to be forgotten. But until then, we don't have to hold hands through a branch and avoid hugs anymore. Castris, is there anything else you want to do but haven't been able to? Pinky promise, tickle fight, arm wrestling, huh? Before that, we've got tons and tons of things waiting for us to do. Oh yeah, so let's talk to Cass.
Why don't we stand a little closer?
She really wants us. I apologize for the noise. Please excuse our poor hospitality. Your sisters seem to get along well. But I grew up alone, and after going to the Sea of Souls, I've been ferrying souls back and forth by myself. I don't know how to react to such a sudden affectionate embrace. That's a good problem to have. Just smile. I mean... Yes, as you say, I should indeed cherish these hard-earned moments of peace. So, you got time for poetry? As you can see, with them by my side, there are more and more things I want to do. It's hard to find time to pick up the pen. Still, all those little moments spent with them have blessed me with inspiration. Perhaps when we meet again, I'll have some verses to share with you. Let's savor the moment. She really wants us to stay with them. So let's see. Oh, look! It's the drummers. Excited little drummers. Everyone here. Even the big guy. Awoo! Lord Terrafox. Chirara has finally caught up with you. Ah, Geocles. I remember this dude. Hey, buddy, what's up with this little chimera? I accidentally fell asleep into the caverns, but Lord Terrafox's voice guided me to the exit. Otherwise, Chirara would have already become one with the earth again. Awoo! You probably remember what I said. I want to tell all creatures on Earth live as they please. So why did you come back to me? Because Chihuahua wants to hear Lord Terravox and Lord Mountainbreaker tell stories about their past battles. I heard that back then, Dromases were fierce creatures. It's not just like little chimeras like me. Even the mountain dwellers had to be wary of their temple. Yo, take it easy there. But yeah, those were some seriously blood-pumping memories. Hi, Mountainbreaker. I'm the Trailblazer. I've heard so much about you, but this is our first time meeting. I mean, I fought Terravox in your form, buddy. That look in your eyes. Are you also interested in the history of the Earth descendants? Oh yeah, I'm actually drinking some tea in this big old glass. Yeah. Back then, the little chimeras raised by the mountain dwellers also had long horns and were agile chargers. During combat, the Dromases would kick up clouds of dust at the front, obscuring the enemy's vision. Then the little chimeras lunged from behind with a piercing charge, alongside the valiant mountain dweller vanguard. No enemy could withstand our tactical coordination. Why is the little one howling too? Hey, old friend, what's she getting at? You're just as lively as I saw in my memories of the Vale at Evernight. but that friend who defends the Tropolis is quite the reserved and composed one. Perhaps like how you and I used to be. No, they're actually more in sync with each other than we ever were. Being able to resolve past misunderstandings is already a gift of tolerance from Earth to us. Old friend, hearing you talk about these things brings me back to the days when we fought side by side. But now Amphoreus has no need for war anymore. This is a good thing. Haven't you and I always talked about what would happen after the war? Now that's here, I find myself unprepared. Right now, I just want to be a dedicated Droma's caretaker, to take care of you and raise these little ones by washing and feeding them. This is the simple happiness we've been longing for during our battles. Yeah. What you gotta say? Lord Terravox, maybe you were once as small as me, too. Only grew as big as a mountain after eating lots and lots of red soil. If Chihuahua eats more red soil, will my legs grow longer so I can keep up better with Master Terravox? Ha! Looks like I'll have to work on my zookeeper skills. First things first, let's check out the scientific method of feeding based on cryptozoology. You know, it's kind of nice here. This place here is like the result of everything that we all wish for. From point A to point B, we've just seen lots of war here and there. Now that we've gotten rid of, what was his name? Fuck, I forgot his name already. The big baddie, and of course, that one boss. What was it called again? Okay, my memory's gonna be bad as hell, so I think I've done all I can here and there. And I have yet to explore here. I think there's more to explore here and there. But unfortunately, I need to grab some of these apples to find memories. Until I can figure out where I can find them, I'll have to explore a little bit more. Maybe I'll cut some of the video off a bit and figure out where these puzzles are at. I'm going to assume that it will be in every garden maker in every area. This garden is the final page as I have written. Yo, it's the two buddies. It's Mighty and it's you guys. Yo, what's up? Isn't this the blazing sun that is destined to rise? Isn't this the agony this world needs? This is so awkward, I want to sink through the floor. Is this a duo comedy act, Amphoreus chapter? I'm here to join you. Saying stuff like that after saving the world, you do sound like an over-enthusiastic goofball. But seeing him walk over that with that smirk on his face, I knew I couldn't resist taking a few jabs at me. Well, some things never change. Haven't had the chance to properly say long time no see, mighty. It's been a while, finally. I've heard that the Holy Grail War beyond the sky, someone's deepest wish was to return to the past 80s Elysiae. Seeing you having such an intimate reunion with your kinship, I thought the Deliverer would only have time for family from the homeland, and would only get around to greeting old friends when you had time to spare. Of course not. I saw you with Queen Gordo and King I can't pronounce these things right. It's been a long time, a while, an entire year, or at least a few months after I did the Amphoreus chapter. Eurofon? Let's go with that. And the scene was so heartwarming that I didn't want to disturb you. Look, I even brought honey sun cakes and grape pies. Wait, do grape pies exist? If so, I love grape. Made by my mom. They're just as tasty as the pomegranate goat milk from Castro Kremnos. Next time, why not take me to visit the former king and queen of Kremnos and let them have a taste of Ares Elysia's specialties? Didn't someone want to practice martial arts in Kremnos when he was a kid? Didn't someone misspell grapevine pies before? I don't know if I should tease or not. Hey, aren't we still partners? Even though I entrusted you with my memories and wishes, there's no need to review everything at a time like this. Back then, my mind was filled with everyone else's wishes, while my own wish remained a complete blank. I just wanted to turn back the hands of destiny, to prevent what had yet to happen. But now I found meaning in the blankness, and gradually, new desires are taking shape. Being so roundabout isn't like you at all. Just tell us what you wish for directly. She's also listening. Mighty, sorry. I want to formally tell you something. Can you take me to your library again? Library? My library has no locks. The key was placed in your hands the moment our promise was made. Let me break it down. The promise still stands, so your library is invite only. Really? That's fantastic. Okay. I haven't found the other characters yet, but I'm still going to complete this quest here. You see, the nebula blooms with radiance, tracing the silhouette of a garden. A newborn world is about to sprout. This scene is the ending of As I've Written, and also the origin point of the Amphoreus in the real world. One day, it will give birth to true life. The people in the memory will be born one by one, waiting for you tomorrow. The stars breathe silently. You are certain that the fruit of Amphoreus has been planted. What about its cause? Until that day comes, the journey continues. Endless possibilities unfold beneath your feet, and only the memory remains in yesterday. I don't want to set off alone. Perhaps there's still something I could do. You recall the promise of Trailblaze. The story of Flame Chase will echo across the stars. People will remember that Amphoreus was a brilliant, magnificent world. Yet you think you can let more people read As I've Written, preserving the memories of this world. If you do this, the causality will become more stable. You can't be certain, but you're willing to believe. What matters is that this is a promise, shared between you and many others. Perhaps it's time to fulfill my promise. I guess we should I guess we could talk to them, I think. Alright, where do we even go? What do I even do with this? So, you're saying you want to mass print the text of As I've Written and publish it as a book? Not a bad idea. However, any publication on the International Network must go through the IPC's channels. I'm not sure how they'd feel about this. Don't worry, we have allies. One way or another, they can be persuaded. We've already discussed the details of this project with the Business Consolidation Department. The verdict is approved for execution. Thanks to our experience in Eureka 6, we were able to close this deal. Rather than focusing on short-term gains, establishing a model of preservation will be more beneficial for long-term development. Besides, safeguarding new and growing civilization is precisely what the Strategic Investment Department was made to do. According to Dr. Ratio, establishing a consistent understanding of Amphoreus across the cosmos will aid its future to a certain degree. That's right, the International Peace Entertainment will handle the publication of As I've Written. The IPC will cover all related expenses. As for liaising with the various planets, we'll leave that to the Nameless. I see, you've all been prepared, as expected of the Throne of Worlds of Amphoreus. Perhaps soon it will be time for the young ones to take charge of the Express. Don't sound so world-weary, Welt. You've got plenty of youth left. Even though the IPC is helping out, knowing you definitely want to go check it out for yourself, right? Go ahead then, and sow the seeds of civilization. Create a story that belongs to you. By the way, I'm actually doing this in 2 screens here because I'm worried my OBS would not be able to record fully with this thing here. So it's a story that belongs to everyone. Rest assured, I won't let you down. Keep going. It's like an unwritten rule among the Nameless. Press forward and see it through to the end. Time is of the essence. You head to Balabog.
Those moments spent anchored in quiet harbors. I miss them as I miss fleeting foams.
Okay, so I get this quest. I want to end this here. You know, not end this here, but I want to end the actual story of Amphoreus because I've been given a quest to do with As I've Written, because apparently Amphoreus is literally a book written by Fuli herself, because Fuli we've met as men, as Cyrene. It is literally a beautiful moment. Now we're literally deciding the fate of Amphoreus by making sure that everyone will read this and remember them. I really like this. It's been a while. I heard you were coming, so I invited Seela as well, so you brought the girlfriend. The kids at the orphanage are too scared to even go outside now because of the destruction. Never mind that. What did you want to talk about? Let's talk about the book. Oh, sorry. Wait. I didn't get to read all that. I didn't get to read all that. So, I hope you guys can pause that. I heard the whole cosmos was shaken up by what you did. Pretty impressive how you managed to sort everything out. Thanks to Miss Topaz's anti-bomb vaccine and our timely shutdown of the engine of creation, Belobog was able to avoid another crisis because that is the only machine they had before. Iron Tube! Yes, that was the boss's name. Iron Tube was there. Because Iron Tube literally is a virus that affects all synthetic life. And life itself, apparently. Don't worry, the reconstruction plan has been affected. But I must say, even a tiny ripple in the universe becomes a tsunami when it reaches frontier planets. The same goes for Amphoreus. As a similarly developing civilization, we are willing to contribute to its future. Goodwill is like a torch. It can only burn brighter when it's passed on. I'm not one for fancy words, but if you need help, I'll definitely be there. Oh, right. I've got something to ask you. Come with me later. Could it be... What's so secretive? Don't ask. Just be there. I'm not playing around. I don't know what she wants. Hook! Hooray, member. Finally, you're here. My legs are going numb, Hook. No, what's happened to you? Hook, what are you... I heard from Clara that she was using Dickatron, I forgot the name, to help with mining, but the power was too much, and she fell and broke her leg. Oh no. Don't tell me she broke her leg! I'm afraid she won't be able to take interstellar flights anymore. She wants to hear your fresh stories from beyond the sky, so she won't have any regrets. Why did it make it sound like she's dying? What did Dr. Natasha say? Does the Dickatron really pack that much power? But I feel like something feels really fishy here. Just take it as the truth. Don't worry too much about the details. Hooray, honorary member! You'll help Hook out, right? I can't help it. I can't help but look at you. She is the only adorable thing in this game, other than Clara. What? Well, since you all say so, you retell the story of eyes I've written to Hook since my sentence, especially those thrilling adventure parts, naturally done in the voice of a bath sprite. Wowza! Legends! Galaxies! Giant monsters! So cool! I knew there were so many interesting things beyond the sky, but Julie and the others wouldn't believe me. I'm gonna tell them right now. Hook sprang up from the bed with a whoosh and dashed away in a flash. I knew that her legs was not broken. Nice work, Doc. You're a real miracle worker. Runs even faster than me. Perhaps your story was so fascinating that it cured her without any treatment. I think she faked it. I think she faked it, that little troll. I admit, I was just playing around earlier. She just wanted to see you. Children are all like that. All that fuss for nothing. Well, at least she's okay. I should get going. Keep an eye on Hook. Make sure she doesn't pull any weird stunts. I mean, she's always gonna be weird. She will always be weird. Our weird little whatever she is. The children's energy seems endless. To be young. By the way, that book seems really interesting. Would you mind sharing a copy with me? Next time a child is being difficult, I could use it to comfort them. It feels like you're treating this like a fairy tale. What's wrong with fairy tales? That story contains defiance, courage, and love. Exactly the qualities children should learn. Besides, writing fairy tales is quite challenging. You must believe in the existence of beautiful things to write about them. In my opinion, sometimes adults need fairy tales even more than children do. Since you've said so, thank you. Now, could you sign this for me? And add a little message too. There's a word for this. Ah yes, book signing. Consider this practice for future book signings. A message. What should I write? Maybe meet again among the stars. To everyone who dreams of being a hero. This is the story of Amphoreus, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Dong Hung, and Void Ranger. Fuck no. How about maybe meet again among the stars? I feel like this is proper, or yeah, well written indeed. This makes me the first owner of your exclusively signed copy. I will pass this book down through generations, 500 years, 1,000 years, as long as children keep growing up and children's children have children. It will never be forgotten. After all, some things must be remembered, like that Supreme Guardian, like all the acts of defiance that occurred among the stars. Dr. Natasha, I brought them! Where's that book? I can't remember all the details in it. Well then, shall I tell you the story again? Aww.
How many moons does Amphoreus have?
Oh shoot, sorry. The story says Amphoreus had 6 moons. I guess they didn't need to turn on the lights at night, huh? But they had no sun, only something called the Dawn Device, mounted on the back of the tallest engine of creation. Anka, you're only getting half the story again. It's not called the engine of creation, it's called the Titan. Can someone really carry the sun on their back? I'm not some gullible kid you could fool. I can testify. I carried that sun myself once. Hey, if you don't believe me, will you at least believe Boss Hook? Hook's vouching for it. Somehow that makes it even more suspicious. But will Billabong one day vanish from the universe like the Amphoreans did, leaving behind nothing except a book? If that happens, we'll never get to eat popping candies again, or listen to Tasha's stories. Oh, my eyes are starting to hurt. I don't know why. No more playing hide and seek, or cheering for Big Brother Luca in the arena. Amphoreus hasn't disappeared. I won't let Belobot disappear. Yeah, if that day ever comes, I'll stand tall like the heroes of Amphoreus and protect everyone in Boulder Town. Then we can sign a trade, adornment with the Amphoreans, just like we did with Xianshou. Anka, you forgot the name again. It's called the Mutual Benefit Trade Agreement. That's not the point. The point is, we could go to the hot springs in Akama, ride Drumases, and I want to raise a little chimera. But can we really take an interstellar flight to Amphoreus like Boss Hook? Taking the Astral Express isn't bad either. But before that, you need to grow up properly. I really, really wish I could grow up faster.
That's more than we've got!
I want to hear this. Alright, it looks like I have to go to the Xianshou. It kind of feels like I have to go to every single location that I need to go to. Well then. So the Xianshou also wins a battle. So who am I going to talk to? Of course it's Fushuan. Of course it's her. So, Junior Soar, great changes are coming. Why not join the Yunque as the Master Diviner? That way I could catch a breather too. General Yaguang must be joking. If I stay on the Luofu, I'm sure to inherit the position of General. If I transfer to the Yunque, I'd be nothing but a mere Master Diviner for life. How can I not see which path holds more promise? Junior Soar's optimism is truly delightful. Looks like Optimistic General is a Luofu... I didn't get to read that. Looks like Optimistic General is a Luofu specialty. Your visitor's here. Okay. What perfect timing. I was just about to visit the Extra Express. What's the matter? So you counted the story behind as I've written and the current state of the Amphoreus. Before obtaining this book, I only knew that golden blood was reaped in this battle, and thus it was deemed a great victory. I did not know that within the golden blood, lay such a stirring and tragic story. Shortly after the fall of Iron Two, the Alliance gathered all the generals to discuss their next course of action. The records in this book should provide them with additional support, so what should we do? Rest assured, whether through opera, storytelling, or crosstalk, the Luofu never lacks ways to spread stories that capture people's hearts. Besides, the Alliance has been fighting battles everywhere in recent years, and there's been plenty of tales about their valor and victories. The word hero already carries weight in people's hearts. The faithful adaptation of this as I've written within the Alliance is most definitely assured, but from what you've said, if we wanted to be remembered throughout the cosmos, the Luofu alone may not be enough. This matter requires the Skyfaring Commission's assistant. Go talk to Yukong. I will inform her of the full situation. And no automatic place to put this. Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to... A false sky sealed by a pantheon. An exploration of challenging taboos one after another. Sounds like some kind of fable. I can make you a promise that the Skyfaring Commission will provide its full support for matters relating to As I've Written. From now on, the connections between Xianshou ships will grow even closer, and I'll have merchant vessels explore As I've Written to our allied fleets. With the convenience of the Whistling Flames Guild, this matter should be handled quite smoothly. Though the Luofu emerged victorious in the Battle of Iron Two, we did not escape unscathed. Your safe return is truly a blessing. It's all thanks to my companions. Truthfully enough, it is. Back when I was a pilot, I used to go on adventures everywhere with my companions in our star skiff. Even though we always managed to get out of sticky situations, we'd inevitably get a stern talking to when we returned. Those were the reckless days of my youth. If I had to choose again, I'd probably walk the same path, same as your account of the Trailblaze in your book. I'd like to ask you a personal question. What do you think about this journey to Amphoreus? So what are my options? Just another Trailblaze? An unforgettable journey? An unprecedented memory? Honestly, it's an unforgettable journey. Yeah, it is the longest chapter I have been doing this. It is the longest story arc I have ever went to. And what an unforgettable journey it is. I could tell you cherished this memory for a long time because we had a wife. Memory is quite a peculiar thing. Sometimes I even think it's a prank from... Okay, I'll just let you... I can't even read this right. It just automatically does it. If it automatically does it, I can't read this. I can't read fast enough. The Legion is growing restless, okay? Alright. Look at the... Alright. Alright, let's see. Alright. It's a prank by the Glowswaller. That's their name for fully. So whether Foxians and the Celestials or the Vidyara, they all possess lifespans far beyond those of short-life species. One of the downsides that is, it's not easy to forget. For us, history feels like it happened yesterday. It is precisely because the memories of war remain vivid that the Alliance stays vigilant and ready. Okay, Legion growing restless. Look at me, what am I saying? Be it the eons or the war, these topics are too grand. We shouldn't let them consume too much of our thoughts. Regarding as I've written, I will do my utmost and won't let these heroic deeds be burned by the stars. Alright. So
who do you think is stronger? Lord Finan or General Jing Yuan?
Why don't you go ask the general?
Okay. Let's listen. That day he left in disgrace, bearing thorns in apology. Today he returns, bathed in blood. Triumphant, Kremnos, his homeland, lay all in ruin, split asunder by the blazing fire that forged adamant. Yet today we shall not speak of this psychopomp of Idonia, but of Mighty-Mos, the backlit spirit warden, and bears by name Mighty, the name Mighty that signifies a foe that no multitude could withstand, as well as a foe who none among 10,000 could overcome. Let's cheer. Alright. The wind tore through the banners, and rain beat down upon the remnants of the army. Across the plain rose cries of sorrow, yet only the roar of the lion was heard. And you ask, what manner of man was this Mighty? He was the crown prince of Kremnos, cast off by his father, drifting for years upon the Sea of Souls, where he forged an indestructible body. Summoned by the thousand-faced matriarch, he threw himself into the great cause of the flame chase. Thereafter he hewed down the black tide, passed the trial, drank the crimson brew of blood, drove back the calamitous star of misfortune. He settled old grievances, guarded the holy city, reclaimed his sunken homeland, and ascended the Agate throne. Where's the Agate? Now this is epic. Like a battle-hardened lion on its throne. Kremnos' mighty name shall echo through the ages. Alright. Through countless cycles of evil, as I've written reveals the truth of Amphoreus. Want to know what happens next? Stay tuned for the next chapter. Alright. What if I just said... What if I listen again? What if I just say keep silent? Go on. Okay, never mind. It's just difference of opinion. Alright.
Those moments spent anchored in quiet harbors, I miss them as I miss fleeting foams.
Oh, so we're back in Panacotti then. Okay, we're just backtracking. Oh yeah, the three nameless. I forgot about them. And always bring a flower to remember them. Michele always welcomes visitors. For those who lose their way, he never fails to point them in the right direction. But there's no confusion in your expression. I'm guessing you're not here for answers. I completed a trailblaze journey. I made unforgettable memories. I'm here to tell a story. That's right. Together with another author, I wrote a book about the Trailblaze journey. This time, I'm here to tell that story. I want to share this experience with those who came before. Alright, let's tell them what kind of story this really is. Yeah, so much has happened in Amphoreus, that's damn for sure. How can I sum it all up in just a few words? The story, I'm afraid it's gonna take a while. Let's start with the world of Amphoreus. A world where heroes rise, a world that never changed, or a world that defies destiny. I mean, I'm not sure if there's a right answer for this one. I mean, in truth, it never changes. We could say defies destiny, heroes rise, so that it is a world on the brink of extinction, yet teeming with heroes. In the Flame Chase journey, the Chrysos eras march on one after another. While mortals stood united, this is an ode celebrating humanity, a hero's journey. And now for the meaning of this journey. Let the closed world embrace the stars, engage in a showdown with destruction, met precious kindred spirits, to be honest. Let's see. Before your arrival, Amphoreus was virtually unknown. Thanks to the Express, it broke free from its cage and raced toward the stars. Trailblaze isn't just about moving forward, it is also the responsibility of connecting worlds. After this stop, you seem to better understand the conviction behind Akavili's departure. Did Michele feel the same way when he stayed in Penacony back then? Looks like this Trailblaze helped many people grow, just a glimpse of a corner of the starry sky, a turning point in the cosmic destiny. A story I'll never forget. I've made up my mind. Let me start from the beginning. You spent countless moments in this dream within a dream. As the story ended, a certain emotion in your heart grew stronger, like a burning ember. News doesn't travel as fast as dreams. Every plot twist in this story caught me completely off guard. Thanks. I guess that's all that needs to be said. I think Michele would be proud of you all. Hey, Robin. The journey against the destruction and the stories behind it should be known by more people. I know a few publishers who can make dream bubbles based on sample books and put them on the market in Penacony. However, as you know, Penacony is a realm wrapped in syrup. I worry that epic tales of heroes might be too heavy for those living in dreams. All we could do is put it on the shelf. Whether it survives the competition or there are too many uncertainties. But I think you should just follow what your heart tells you. People can only tell stories they truly believe in. Once you've made up your mind, go see Dr. Edward. I'll convince Mr. Odie to help out. See you later. In Penacony, dreams must conform to reality. As I've written is no exception. What will you choose? Lucky for you, this is a dreamscape where furniture can talk. Why not hear what they have to say? Let's talk. Really? A vase with flowers in it. It looks quite expensive. As you approach, a languid voice echoes from within. Dear Captain, do you remember me? I've been watching you for quite a while. Tell me your story. I'll teach you about niche art. As long as you immerse yourself in your own world, you won't get hurt. The vase is immersed in its own world, completely silent. I guess. I literally have to. I'm talking to furniture right now. The vintage dial phone stares at you, occasionally rolling its eyeballs like an owl. Captain, did you know that I wasn't always a dial phone? I used to be an owl, but I'm not an owl anymore. I'm a dial phone. Want to take a guess why? If you know, you know. If you don't, well, no amount of explaining will help. Riddlers need to get out of Penacony. Indeed. I don't want any more freaking riddles. The controls, too. You approach the control console, and the 4 control levers wiggle excitedly back and forth, as if waving at you. Captain, look at me! I'm the control stick, and I'm the expert at controlling hearts. Trust me, just tweak the ending a tiny bit to make it less perfect, and people will absolutely go crazy for it. The control stick shakes, making loud creaking noises. I hope to God that you don't crash. Okay. Oh. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the ledger. Let's collect our thoughts. You take the furniture's advice to heart, which provides practically zero guidance. Looks like it's up to you to make the final verdict. After all, you're the one who lives through the story. Should I make some changes? As you know, nothing is taken seriously in Penacony. Even heroes' tales of blood and tears are just casual gossip over dinner. You remember Cloggy, Brother Hanu, Miss Note. They were all living legends once. If as I've written gets... I can't even read that fast, damn it. Alright, let's see. If as I've written gets passed down in the same mocking way, is that really what you want? But I believe in Amphoreus. Yes, the answer was crystal clear from the start. The story of the three nameless is the best proof of that, isn't it?
Those moments spent anchored in quiet.
Love, friendship, rage, regret. Such a tiny dream bubble contains such complex emotions. It's like pouring a whole bottle of vodka into a dolly. Thank you for providing the memories. Here's my point. It's bound to be a huge hit. Even if the results aren't what we expected, I can still have the heroes tap dance in the vortex of Genesis. That'll be just as a big success. Just kidding. Rest assured, I'm a professional dream bubble collector. I know what can and can't be successful. And so, as I've written, was published in Penacony. Some guessed the alfalfa was behind it. They weren't wrong. With such a big favor ready for the taking, why not use it? Let the young folks keep stirring things up. Who knows? Maybe they will actually change the universe one day.
Glorious. A world made of Memoria? What a joke!
You're living in one, dude.
You might want to check where you're standing.
Exactly. Tell him, Kathy. Titans, cycles, fall of the erudition. Like the imagination there. Too bad the plot is so cliche. It's just another story about heroes fighting monsters. You've seen that 100 times already. That's what you call a classic formula. People keep coming back for more, and that's why this theme never gets old. Not to mention this was based on a real story. Haven't you heard the Inter-Astral Peace broadcast? Iron 2 was really defeated, and the seeds of civilization would have sprouted in the universe. Maybe we'll be able to step into that memorial world one day and have face-to-face conversation with the heroes from that book. A world made of Memoria? No way. That's gotta be something the Oak family made. Whatever, just go hang out with the Cloggy at the theme park and watch out for those alien memes trying to abduct you. Yeah, whatever. Dude, okay. Alright, critics, right?
Those moments spent anchored in quiet harbors. I miss them as I miss fleeting foams.
Yeah, they are busy as hell as ever. So, how are you gonna solve this? Right, let's send the damaged ships to Pier Point and have the IPC foot the bill. Oh, if it isn't you. Perfect timing. I've got good news and bad news. What would you like to hear first? Honestly, the bad news, because might as well rip the band-aid off. Now that I think about it, starting with the bad news might be a bit too abrupt. So let me give you the good news first. Remember that star knot I gave you? The good news is that I got one from a space pirate. But his fleet was dispatched to fight against the Iron Tube, and the star knot was destroyed. I reposted my purchase order, but it will be tough to find another seller anytime soon for a ship that size. Actually, I'm here for Iron Tube too. You recounted the story again with the story. I have to say that this idea is way more interesting than the researchers' projects. It's a shame you don't need funding, or I'd definitely invest a few $100 million credits. Please give me some money. I really need to upgrade my things. I really need to upgrade my characters, please. I took an elective called History of Frontier Planets. Back in my student days, the professor warned us on the first day not to take everything at face value. Many worlds add exaggerated elements to their local hero legends, claiming their ancestors' bloodlines are inherited from the same eon. Eventually, having an extraordinary origin story became quite the trend. But isn't that how stories work? When enough people believe in them, they gradually become reality. I'll get as I've written added to the space station's required reading list. The researchers may not be interested in mythology, but once they hear it's Madame Herta's project, they'll get as excited as Peppy seeing a spacesuit. Wait, really? Can I see Peppy in a spacesuit? You know, speaking of that, where is Herta? Madame Herta has overexerted herself. She still needs some time to recover. Who said that? Oh, there she is, one of her puppets. A mere low ravager isn't enough to make me overexert myself. I just wasn't online, that's all. The IPC keeps pestering me about forming some alliance. I got tired of their nagging, so I just turned on auto answering mode. Alright, I got some more good news. After Iron Tomb fell, the scepter was ruined, but Cyrene and I managed to salvage the majority of data. They are crucial for the newborn Amphoreus. Well, let's call it that for now. If things go smoothly, the world's evolution can skip its inorganic life phase and take a big step forward. Besides, the last extrapolation record, the one you acted as the wandering world-bearing titan, is crucial. The Trailblaze will replace the destruction and purify this world. Cyrene has signed a special agreement with the IPC. They will closely monitor the state of Amphoreus for a while. So, what happened to Cyrene? I want to know that. I had to take a drink of my big cup. As the heart of the scepter, she too filled the cosmos in the instant when Iron Tomb swept across all of existence. She became the memories of the stars. The searching imaginary energy enabled her to create a miracle, with herself as the cradle. She closed the cycle of causality in Amphoreus, making a world emerge from the memory zone. Of course, I know you just want to hear that outcome. Let me put it this way. She's just sleeping. Maybe she'll open her eyes again as a pink memo sprite and once again embark on a journey to meet you. As always. But that had already happened in the past. In her subjective time, everything has become eternal. She was smiling when she left you. So don't be sad. She'd tell you the same if she were here. So how long until a new Amphoreus will be born? I can't make any promises. That planet will gradually become how you remember it to be. But no one can tell when that be. It might take 1,000 Ember Eras, or it might only take a year or two. The only thing for certain is that what you're doing will surely hasten its growth. My advice is, continue the journey, be prepared for the worst, but keep hope in your heart. You know that if there's one thing in the world of Amphoreus isn't short of, it's miracles. So, my last question. So, what is the prime mover alive? I've been wondering about that too. Yeah. Scurry and I have reached a consensus on that. Regrettably, the answer given by that scepter is indeed destruction. You can find a more detailed discussion in the database. But that's not Amphoreus' answer, and I don't imagine it's yours either. I have my own thoughts on this, which I've written in the annotations. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, you can make it your own research topic. I don't want to hurt my brain. Then I'll disconnect for now. Got lots of stuff to deal with. Herta, signing off. Madame Herta has actually been thinking about Amphoreus all this time. The last time she couldn't stop talking about something was when we contained the Stellar Realm. Leave as I've written to us. I'll contact you again when we have news. Okay, let's go ahead and return to the Express. Yep. Alright. At last, your journey of sewing has reached its end, and you return to the Astral Express. Looking back, the Amphoreus you spoke of has taken root deep across the universe, quietly awaiting the day it will sprout. Actually, I want to use this as a thumbnail for this quest here. I do like this. Yeah. Looking back, the Amphoreus... Okay, never mind, I already said that. Perhaps this is the final step of Genesis. What are you spacing out for? Hey, it's the first wife. Oh, it's you guys. You finished your missions too? Of course. After all, we three trailblazed through Amphoreus together. I ran my heart out for this. I received a message from March when I was leaving Thalassa, so I came back with her. She ran into some trouble in Kalsas. Don't even get me started. I'm already shy as it is, and then the synesthesia beacon had to break down. Thank goodness Dong Hong can speak the Clayese language. Clayese. Wait, does that mean the people in that planet that she was in was made of clay? Also, I discovered a new species, resembling chimeras on Spindle 3. There were no prior records of it. Does that mean there could be planets completely filled with Dromuses? Let's wait for Himiko and Mr. Yang to come back before we do a full debrief. You should rest for now. You look tired. Yeah, see you in a bit then. The world has never been so quiet. It is as though you could hear the sound of heartbeats. This is the final stroke you write for Amphoreus. Only fate knows when it will respond. But you know, whether it's tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, they're all on the path of whatever it is I cannot read fast.
Stay strong. Eyes forward. Always.
Wife. Sorry. Yeah, I was trying to read this. Yeah, Path of the Trailblazed, the parallel lines. She's always there for me. Or at least for us.
See you tomorrow, Amphoreus.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. Alright. So that's it for that. An eternal page is what we get. And unfortunately, that might be the end of that. But unfortunately for me, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm not sure if I could find any of these puzzles to solve that, but I think I'm just going to end that there. Like, literally. Because I did the quest here. And I don't know if I'm going to be, like, wanting to do the puzzles to get the remembering part out already. I don't know if I want to do that real quick, but as I return to this game, I realized 2 new versions has already been out, 4.0 and 4.1. And they're all about in the new world that we're going to go into. So, for now, I will just end this video here. And if you want me to searching for answers for what I just looked into, and apparently the people in that place in the Eternal page will just shift and change no matter what. Maybe I'll see Hyacinthia again, or maybe I'll see my favorite Aglaya, or maybe I will see Cassie again, or maybe I forgot her name. The cat one. I forgot her name. And maybe the mad scientist too. Who knows? But till then, it'll just be random, I think. So I'm just going to end this here. So, again, I just want to say thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoy that small quest video. If you did enjoy the video, please let me know in the comment section down below. Tell me if you had enjoyed my walkthroughs of the Amphoreus saga. And it is great to be back in the game for a bit. I have done a lot of games lately. Mostly Genshin, mostly Send the Sun Zero, but mostly I've been getting into these new games as well. So, if you have any interest in the game so far, I would say let me know in the comment section down below. Like, do you want me to see more of either Arknight's Enfield? Maybe even more, because I have recently just started a new game as well, because I've heard that the game based on one of my favorite animes growing up as a teenager or a college kid has just released a new game as an open world game as well, and I just got it on Steam as well. And if it's good and it looks good, I might consider playing the game. So let me know in the comments if you think I should play 7 Deadly Sins Origin. And yeah, I think in the next video I will be officially starting the new Trailblaze mission of 4.0. And I may or may not do it in parts, because why not? If you guys want me to do it in full walkthrough, I'll do it in full walkthroughs, depending on how long it may be. But if it's like 4 hours long or 3 hours long, I will have to consider making it into parts. You know what? I'll just do it in parts anyway, because why not? My laptop can only do so much. So, okay. So, back to my outro here. So, again, thank you for watching. Support my channel by clicking that subscribe button and clicking the notification bell when you want to be notified when I do upload my videos as well. And, of course, like the video if you enjoyed it. Check out my channel for more of my content. I'll do pretty much everything. And as always, I will see you guys in the video, so peace out. And today is Friday when this video comes out, or at least Saturday when it comes out. So have a good weekend. Bye!